Dominic A. Frank is an attorney specializing in criminal defense and family law. He was admitted in the Ohio Bar in 1992 and into the federal court in 2000. He is currently a managing attorney for the law firm of Beatrice, Kopp & Harshman, LLC, and he serves as a solicitor for the Village of Wellsville, as well as the hearing officer for Liverpool Township. He also serves as an assistant prosecuting attorney for Columbiana County. Dominic served as a law enforcement officer for St. Clair Township from 1984 through 1989. During his time with St. Clair Township Police Department, he serves as the department's juvenile officer, where he established the block parent program designed to provide a safe haven for children and young teens. He received the commendation for his heroism. Dominic is a 1976 graduate of ELHS, where he earned our varsity letters in football and track. He is a 1989 cum laude graduate of Duquesne University, earning a bachelor's degree in political science and business administration. He earned his Juris Doctorate in 1992 from Duquesne University. He is the father of 4 sons. His oldest son, Dominic, is a lieutenant commander currently serving as an active member of the U.S. Navy. His son, Lance, is a veteran of the U.S. Air Force, and he now owns and operates cellular telephone stores in Arizona. His son, Sam, has recently graduated from college and is a teacher in Tennessee. And his youngest son, Jace, is a student at ELHS and a member of the football team.
Good afternoon. First, I'd like to take this opportunity to extend my congratulations to the class of 2019. Would also like to thank the East Liverpool Board of Education and the East Liverpool High School Administration for the honor of being your commencement speaker for your 145th ceremony at East Liverpool High School. When I was thinking about what to say, the first thing that struck me is it's been 43 years ago that I sat where you're sitting in this same field house waiting to receive my diploma. You know, I was 18 years of age, and when I was 18 years of age, I was certain that I knew everything that the world had to offer. I can tell you over the next 43 years, I often came to realize I really didn't know much of anything when it came to the real world or the challenges that the world would present to me. Like I did, you too will soon learn as you walk through the doors of this high school for the final time that life can and will take many twists and turns. You have got to learn to grow, you have to adapt, and you have to overcome all the challenges that life will put in front of you. I know you can, and I know each of you will, and you will become the person that you want to become. Today, you have achieved the first of many great accomplishments in your life. You worked hard to reach this goal. But you should always remember and say thank you to those who helped you along this journey. Say thank you to your teachers. Say thank you to your coaches. Say thank you to your family and your friends. But say a special thank you to your parents for their support. When I sat here at age 18, like you are today, I was pretty sure my parents didn't know much of anything. But I realized when I grew older that my parents were a wealth of information. Recently, I can tell you I lost my mom. And I promise you a day doesn't go by where I wish I couldn't speak to her again or tell her how much I love her. So when your parents are here, show them the love and affection that you feel for them and the appreciation that you have for them and all they've done for you. So much has changed in the 43 years since I sat where you're sitting here in this auditorium. I can tell you in 1976, we never heard of the internet, we never heard of the cell phone, and we certainly didn't have social media. When we wanted to do something, we actually looked at an encyclopedia for information. We used payphones or landlines to make phone calls. And our social media really was nothing more than writing notes or scribbling notes on the wall of a bathroom stall. But I can tell you, even though I don't know much about the social media world today, I'm going to give you a word of caution when it comes to social media. And I've learned this through my courtroom experience. Anything you place on social media today will always be there and someone's going to find it. You've seen it in athletes in the NFL draft. You have seen it in other aspects where social media has come back and haunted the people who have posted things on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever else you guys use today. But I can tell you, social media today, it isn't as easy to erase what you put there as it was in my day when they basically got a gallon of paint and they painted over the bathroom stall wall. So be careful what you put on social media. The other thing that I see that has changed greatly is the way athletics are today. Yeah, I get asked a lot, particularly from my sons, and no, the 1975 Potters, we did not use or have leather helmets. We actually had equipment similar to what you guys had today. But back in 1975, as far as player safety, it isn't what it is today, or the concerns that the athletes have today. I can remember playing for the Potters, taking a hard hit in the Youngstown-Cheney game and actually losing consciousness. They didn't take me to the hospital. We didn't have concussion protocol. Basically what they did is put smelling salt under your nose, slapped you twice in the face. Coach held up fingers. It was always 2, so you knew to say 2. Then they put the helmet back on you, told you to get back out there. That wasn't half as bad as coaches cure-all for every injury you got. I don't care what it was. You rub dirt on it, you'll be fine, get back in there. So today, the way that they treat athletes is a lot better than it was in 1976. And for that, you should be very appreciative. Now, after graduation, I will tell you, I started my career working at Crucible Steel Mill, and for many of you, you've never heard of Crucible Steel, but it was a big steel mill in this area in the 1970s. That was a family tradition. My father worked in the steel mill, my uncles worked in the steel mill, and both my grandfathers worked in the steel mill. When I started there, I made good money. I made a good living. I bought myself a new car, and I sat back and told myself, wow, this is great. I got life made. But what happened was the steel mill closed down, and suddenly I found myself without a job. Over the next few years, I worked a lot of different type of jobs, usually in a foundry or a power plant, and then I decided, you know what, I want to do something different with my life. What did I choose to do? Well, I had the opportunity to become a police officer, and I jumped at that opportunity. So throughout the 1980s, I served as a law enforcement officer. But as I served as a law enforcement officer, I decided I wanted to pursue my college education, which I had thought about doing when I was in high school, put it off, and then decided I'm going to go to college. So I asked, and I was given permission to work the steady midnight shift. And after I worked the midnight shift, I would get up every morning and I would drive to Pittsburgh, and I would attend full classes at Duquesne University. After I received my bachelor's degree, I applied for law school, and I was accepted in law school. And in 1992, I passed the bar exam, and I was admitted to the practice of law in the state of Ohio. Why am I telling you this story? Well, I'm telling you this story because something that I want you to know, and I think the superintendent hit on this. You don't have to have your life completely planned out today or even tomorrow. Different challenges are going to come forward. You are going to change. Your life's going to change. Don't be afraid to change and grow, and don't be afraid to pursue what your dreams and your passions are. The second thing that I want you to know, and again, I think the superintendent touched on this as well, is trust me, you're going to fail. I guarantee you're going to fail. I've done it. You heard the superintendent say that he did it. Each and every one of you is going to fail. But you know what? That's okay. Because everyone fails. Everyone makes mistakes. So it's not important how you fall. It's very important on how you choose to get up. The mistakes you make, the failures you have, will not define the type of person you are. What will define you is how you decide to step forward, to brush yourself off, and move forward in your life. That's how people's going to perceive you, not by your failures. So don't worry about it. You'll be fine. I also want you to know that you should always be yourself. Ask yourself, what do I want? What's important to me? How do I give back to those who have helped me along the way? Don't worry about what others want you to do or want you to become. Choose to do and become what it is that you love, what it is you want to be, because that is the only way that you are going to achieve happiness. Now, before I started this, I know I had some advice about what I should do when I speak, and one of my close friends told me, look, most times in commencement speeches, people will not remember exactly what you said, but they'll certainly remember if you talk too long. So with that in mind, I do just want to touch on one piece of advice that I hope will be helpful for you guys. The advice is this. Shortly, you're going to come up, you're going to get your diplomas, and you're going to be high school graduates. But you know what? It's okay if someone asks you and you don't know, say, I don't know. Addition to that, you're going to have a lot of opportunities come your way over the next several months. It's okay to say, let me think about it. Now, why is this important? It's important because in about 2 months, your parents are going to ask you, when are you going to move out, take care of yourself, and get a job? You can simply say, I don't know, let me get back to you. To the class of 2019, once again, congratulations. And always remember, and always be proud, no matter where you go or what you do, you will always be an East Liverpool Potter.